gents. We're about to get into the second to last match of the day. Remember, get your predictions in either in the Twitch chat. I see you guys saying your LOLs and your GGs, but also get on Twitter, use the hashtag RLCS. Let us know who you think is going to take this, who's going to emerge into league play, who's going to go to the rival series. Let's go to the commentary desk. Best of 5, Renegades versus Premature Superhero Cops. The commentary. White Puck and Final Carpet. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. And Gibbs wasn't wrong. It's been a long day. And yeah, there are fires right behind our back doors. You know, we made a joke earlier that we might have houses by the end of the show. And that's a significantly more real possibility right now than it was when we started. At the beginning, it was kind of a joke. And now it's like, we've had roommates going to our houses and like grabbing everything that's like valuable and leaving. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be a crazy day.
The dogs are safe. Don't worry. The dogs are now off location.
All the living things are okay, except for the ants and black widows that have been all over my house. That might be the one like silver lining. Like I don't have an ant problem anymore.
Well, that's good.
They're all dead.
Because they might be on fire. Anyways, first of all, I got to do this. I don't know. You guys all hung out with Yummy Cheeseman, so I'm disappointed in all of you. It's Torsos. He corrected us every time he got a chance, and you're still calling him Torsos. Oh, my God. And it's keyboard mouse, KBM. Not mouse, keyboard. Keyboard mouse.
That one.
KBM.
No, it technically means the same thing.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, just when it was paired up with Torsos, I noticed them both. I had to correct it. All right, I'm sorry. I'm being nitpicky. My house is on fire.
Yeah. Get up. The Swiss Army knife of excuses here. Speaking of keyboard mouse keyboard, however you are oriented here, Gino Cop, the first mouse keyboard mouse player from RLCS, making a return here on the stage. Gonna try and make it in to RLCS. You win this match, you move in. You lose this match, you make it into the rival series, I believe so. So these guys still lots to play for. Neither really wants to be down in the rival series, but hey, it's better than being knocked out. But you know the championship's where it's at, so.
Especially because now this will be the best way, or the only way into the RLCS. You will need to be promoted into it from the RLRS.
Timmy getting a nice block there. We're seeing the cops here. PSC. We're just calling the cops the Super Cops.
Super Cops.
Super Cops.
That sounds, yeah, they should just shorten their name to Super Cops.
Super Cops. We'll see how
they do.
Also,
is that what Prem stands for? Does it stand for premature? Or is it just like really good coincidence?
Chat, let us know. We're not reading you. Moses is going to go up in the air, finish it off by himself, off the post, just becomes the wall he needs to be, and Renegades is on the board.
It's kind of a lofty shot, cross net all the way to the far post, but Gambit was caught on the post. You even saw him ready. He was like revving his engine, getting ready to clear it all the way out, not ready for a nice soft one over his hood, but he was unable to turn his car in time. The first goal goes to Renegades. Moses trying to start off strong after the way he ended the last series.
Just making up for missing that one. And can he get a second one here? Puts it through. Look at Moses go, the most veteran player on this Renegades roster.
All right, yeah, I think he's now he's wiping the sweat off his forehead. He's feeling good, feeling strong, opening up 2 first goals for his team in the series to potentially qualify them for the RLCS. I'm sure he's feeling strong, and his teammates are there supporting him.
He missed that. He's pissed. He's just pissed about missing that save. He's like, I'm gonna take it out on Gambit and Gino and Prem here. Poor guys. Making quite the run here through the lower bracket. See who is able to move forward. Still a best of 5. Moses will get a hat trick before halftime. Some defensive mistakes here from Superhero Cops.
Yep, 2-1 up. Prem and Gambit both turning around, and then Gino got demolished right behind them, unaware of it. And that high shot, lofty, is it going in? I don't know. I have to go up for it, but they weren't able to get it clear from that. Left it wide open. They just need to communicate. The moment you both turn around for a save, especially on a team as mechanically strong as Renegades, you will suffer.
Now, the first goal from Moses was a beautiful mechanical play off the post. The last 2 have been just clean up, easy, thank you for giving them to me, I'll take the free one kind of goals. And they are
What is that abbreviated?
Oh my goodness.
C-U-T-Y.
You remember better than I do right now.
Something.
I'd stop before you spell a bad word. I don't know what'll happen.
That's true.
But Gino now flicking it out to Prem. Trying to take a shot, does not make contact. That leaves Gambit in the backfield. Gambit, one of the few pros who plays with an antenna of any sort. One of his trademarked tools there, the heart. And Moses just continues doing Moses things.
I want to give this, I mean, look at this shot from Dapper. He almost puts that in and gives it up to Moses, who just has to support that through. And that is a huge thing. Just knowing that you're around the area, just supporting any kind of shot, especially if you know that the defense is weak, totally worthwhile. Even if you take yourself out of the play, you're still giving yourself a higher percentage opportunity of securing something that could be easy. So you might as well just go for it. And now 4-0. This is huge for them, starting off this series for a potential qualification spot into the RLCS.
Renegades running away right now with game 1. Just almost no semblance of offense right now from the Super Cops. As Dapper sends another shot on net. This one's still in a dangerous place, but Gambit will be able to pick it up, dribble it out, and now he and Gino with options to play with. They'll play it into the corner, and Gino with a pinch. That was crazy. If that had gone in, that would have been amazing. I would have lost my mind.
Another demo. Renegades.
Timmy slowing it down the way we saw him do it in the first series. But as you were saying, the demo is really coming into play here.
Timmy's got this. Oh, he tried to bait Gino Cop into the jump.
Got him up high.
Oh,
Dapper shoots it underneath. 5-0 Renegades.
This is what happens when you have control. You can see the options Timmy had. Does he drop it? Does he slam it? Or does he do absolutely nothing? And Gino Cop has to process all of those options at the same time. No matter which one it was, he'd react late. He opted to do nothing, let the bounce happen through. It's pretty much a free pass to a teammate. Tried to go for the touch as well, and now 5-0.
Gino Cop rocking the Batmobile. Super popular car in Europe. Decently popular in America.
He's been rocking that car for like 3 seasons.
One of the OGs. Dapper up on the wall here, going for the ceiling touch. Get a Tarzan swing going. Does not make contact, but the ball does end up in the blue as it rounds the back of the net. Now Moses needs to make a save here. He'll flick this one high, and he needs to be bailed out. Dapper will get it over to the side and back out to Moses. Look at this transition, and now they've got options in the midfield. Dapper can play it to Timmy, or he can try and shoot himself. He goes for for the latter option of kind of shooting it through, but Gino Cop will pick it up. He'll be able to play this one back out. So Moses going for the contest in the midfield. Ram will follow this one through the air, looking for Gambit down in front of the net. No contact, and they'll stay scoreless here in game 1.
That could have been one of the prettier shots of the day had they been able to do the mid-air pass. At this point, I think they just want to try and gather their senses. They're 5 goals down with under a minute. You know, yeah, I'll give you like a 3% chance of coming back, and I'm being generous.
Yeah, I'm going to say the game's over. But Superhero Cops, definitely, we always talk about game 1, especially in best of 5s. Game 1 being a feeler, being something that players just use to kind of see what their opponents are up to. And once this game got out to the 3-0 start from Moses, it was going to be really difficult to come back no matter what. So at this point, just getting comfortable on the pitch, feeling out what sort of touches the Renegades is going to be able to make. Super Cops should make a more competitive game in game number 2.
And also remember, they've been playing since 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
These guys have been playing all day. They must be just mentally fatigued at this point. So I imagine this is kind of where you're trying to almost overthink things. Am I doing the right thing? Who am I going up against? What is the kind of pressure I'm up? And right now, 5-0, I think they've gotten a good read on their opponents. This is definitely a good time for them to kind of sit down and figure out what tactics do we need to take. Do we need to shut them down hard on defense and just attack them as fast as possible? Or do we just try and keep control? How's their defense looking?
Yep.
I mean, you kind of watch Renegades fall apart on defense at the very last second of their last series. Do you try and push that out back onto them? Make them fall apart and crumble? At the moment they lost, Dapper put out a tweet. Can I please just stay in the upper brackets? So obviously they're frustrated about it. Maybe they can try and play the emotional game. I don't know.
Moses coming out as a veteran. They're putting up 4 goals, a Savior medal, 4 shots. 12 total there for Renegades on the shot department. And you saw there at the very end, it looked like PSC Super Cops here was going to be able to get the victory, or able to get a goal at least. You kind of have some momentum going into game number 2, but just unable to make it happen there as it was right in front of the net. And yeah, they definitely have their work cut out for them. I'd like to see a bit more of a semblance of intentionality with the touches. You know, Gambit and Gino Cops were kings of the era of reactionary play, of the kind of the guys who could just take anything that was presented to them and be like, what's the best thing I could do in this situation?
And he was a dribbling machine.
Yeah.
Has he ever got it in a 1v1 situation? You just lost. You just chalked it up to just 1 to Gambit, none to me, because I lost this. The moment he's got it on his hood and you're alone, you might as well just sit there and just watch it, because it's going to be real pretty.
It's funny. I thought when they were saying on the desk that Axel Toss didn't know who Gambit was, I always thought they were talking about like the player, like Axel Toss hadn't been around long enough in Rocket League or something, not know who Gambit was, and I was gonna be like, what? And then they're like, he doesn't know who the superhero is, and I'm like, I don't know which one's worse, because everybody knows who Gambit is, right? Come on, Axel Toss, he throws cards, they explode.
I heard you say something. I just wanted to lisp it all the way through. We rarely see this. There were 6 shots and 6 saves.
Oh,
like every single shot that Super Cop sent their way got saved by Renegades.
Which is, if there's any consolation on the side of Super Cops there, it means that they're shooting accurately. They're making shots that have to be blocked.
Statistically, that means their shots were 100% on target.
Yeah. Though
according, yeah.
Yeah, at the very end, you definitely saw Gambit trying to take a shot, and it went wide. So, you know, I mean, sometimes Rocket League does that. It's like, this is a shot.
Enough.
And it's like, no, it wasn't Rocket League. We appreciate you trying, though. So, but yeah, the superhero cops here.
Effort.
Yeah. Superhero cops here definitely going to be trying to bounce back in game number 2. Can they hunker down a bit more on the defense, and can they figure out an answer to Moses? My goodness. The goals he put up at the beginning just set the tone of the game, set the tone for the match, and changed everything. So these guys really going to have to figure out what are we going to do when someone like Moses is in our box.
I mean, you heard him say it earlier on the desk that Moses seemed pretty quiet in that series that they lost earlier today, and now he just seems to be kind of awake. Timmy still being strong, but no one seems to be the star, and I like to see that. As great as it is to watch someone just take the highlight reel and go nuts, I like it a lot more when I can see the team all kind of sharing the light, making sure they pass it. There was a point where they could have passed. Dapper wanted to pass to Timmy, but I think he had no choice but to go for a 50-50 because he'd already lost too much time. But you saw them all getting ready. Moses passing it mid. They're all starting to come up as a group, which I like to see a little bit more than just one person kind of carrying. Plus, you know, carrying is stressful.
Yeah, it's definitely, it puts a lot of weight on one shoulder. And while it's amazing to watch, you know,
technically 2 shoulders.
Sure. Hashtag Jacob things. You know, it's great to watch one player be able to do amazing stuff. It's also really fun. I like watching Rocket League because of the team plays. To be able to watch great passing plays and watch people work together to accomplish a goal is pretty cool. Look at this setup for Renegades. Going to be blocked by Gambit, but Moses comes in, just picking up right where they left off. That slightly extended pause there, not changing up any momentum here, as we see Renegades right back to where they were in game number 1, knocking on the door of the Super Cops.
You can see them forcing the hard clears. Again, Super Cops stuck on their backboard, trying to smash it out. Moses out to Timmy. Oh, this could be tough if Gambit can get around Timmy.
Timmy will be able to play that one into the corner, just keep it away from Gambit long enough for the rest of his team to fall back on defense. And now they'll transition on to offense themselves.
Everybody.
Up, 2 defenders up there. Can Dapper get the back pass? No. Prem in the corner will keep it away from Moses, who was definitely lurking, hoping to get a shot. But Dapper will slow it down in the corner, allow Moses and Timmy to get set up in net. Now Moses got to flick this one away. That's pass 2. Prem over to the side. Timmy, this is a wide open net. He's not able to get there, and Gino Kopp plays it to the side.
And trying to just force them to lose control, just keep that constant pressure. They can just flick it on like a switch. You'll see Renegades just contesting everything. Again, giving up possession. There it is, a counter clear. Now what is Gino to do? He's all alone. He's going to try and keep control, but there Timmy is. Again, more pressure from Renegades, just flicking it on.
Timmy sent that one high. Moses was looking for an opportunity, but didn't find it. And they get it under Dapper. This is an open net for Gambit. All he's got to do is shoot, but Timmy gets there in the way. Oh my goodness, Gambit had all the net to shoot for, and Timmy read him like a book, sent it away, and now they're looking for the transition back down the field.
I imagine Gambit was low on boost. I don't know what took him so long to make that shot. He knows it had to have some pace on it, but he just took a bit too long to get that force behind the ball.
Moses is also drained on boost right now. Very far out of the play as he's going for the far corner. Prem to move this one up. Got Gino Kopp in support. At this point, we were already 3-0 in favor of Renegades. Moses gets a save, and we'll stay scoreless in game 2, but the lead right now is definitely in Renegades' favor. So they've got the 1-game lead in the series, looking to make it into RLCS.
And they just won that game quite promising. It was at 5-0 by the end of it. But almost halfway through, 0-0 on the scoreboard, I'm sure that's going to make Super Cops a bit happy knowing they have some more control of this game.
A 3rd long-range save for Renegades as the pressure has been turned up a bit here from the Super Cops. And we said that game 2 most likely would look very different, as they were not going to have to deal with that 3-0 immediate blast by Moses. And here as we approach halftime, nobody yet to score in game 2. Renegades is looking to extend the lead. Gambit over to the side, Timmy in, onto the wall. Gino Kopp to try and carry it. Dapper wins that 50-50. It drops down low, but Moses hangs back knowing Gambit was up. Now an open backfield. Nobody's there. Where was the rest of the defense? They all moved out to mid, I think hoping for a pass from Gambit, but Moses wins this so strong.
Oh, that front flip. He did not mean to do that. He wanted to follow up, get underneath it, and just scoop it all the way across, and his teammates were confident in him. I don't know where the execution came in, why he front flipped so early. He did a gentle pop to try and follow through, but front flipped on accident and just left the net wide open. But it's still only a 1-goal game. They've still got a shot to tie this up.
Well, and even with the teammates trusting him there, why are both of them moving upfield? Gambit right in front. Moses shuts him down again. Another savior medal here for Moses. Here comes Gambit to send that one high. Dapper with a follow-up to try and put it through. Gambit had lost it over the top of his own net. Right now, Super Cops 6 unanswered goals they've allowed. Having yet to score in the series, Gino sends this one high. Gambit's hanging back, 3 men on defense. He'll try and push it through. There's nobody there. Can Dapper get it? Finally, we see the Super Cops score as Prem is able to find a way through the defense.
This time they turned it around right away. Timmy trying to slow it down, but not the touch towards the wall that he had intended. Dapper going for a bump on Prem, who hopped over Dapper, snuck it right by the last defender. Tied up, minute 29 left.
Yeah, you watched Gino set this one high and Prem with a follow-up, but there were 3 defenders and Gambit didn't want to move up too quickly. And he waited until he saw Renegades get a suboptimal clear. And then that was when he moved in, was able to get the pass. We've got a tie game in game 2. 1:14 left to go. As Moses moves this down, Gino's in the air. Dapper looks to dunk it, but will not make contact. Timmy now moves in, loses the 50-50, and it's just Moses in the backfield. He'll clear it up. Timmy actually hangs up at the cherry pick.
Yeah, he doesn't have the boost. Oh, he did just steal that corner boost. It spawned underneath his card.
It's all up to Moses right now. He's the only player falling back with enough space to possibly block the shot from Gambit. He'll get there in time. And move it back into the corner. Final minute of game 2. And we're still tied up at 1 apiece. Dapper puts it in the corner. It's Timmy in the middle. He'll move up. Nobody in a good position in net. Gambit gets Gambo gets demoted. That's where my brain was going with that. And Timmy puts it through. This started with the demolition that broke up the defensive rotation, and we're able to see Renegades get the lead back.
A bit hectic, but Hemi able to... Hemi. Man, I can't talk either.
That's okay.
Timmy able to keep his head on him. Slow through that. He was able to follow through with that boost, get on that back wall. And it's players that are able to play with little to no boost are really the ones that shine. He knew he didn't have it, but instead of panicking and just retreating for a boost pad or a corner, he stayed in knowing that they had control of that and that they were going to be able to get behind the defender. And it paid off for him. Now 1 goal up with only 23 seconds left.
Just got to hold on. Keep this one away from the orange net. Renegades will have a 2-game lead. But you know, Super Cops do not want to be on match point. They don't want to get swept here. With 10 seconds left, anything can happen. Oh, but Dapper's just going to lightly touch it away from the last defender, who's Gambit rotating in. And that's going to be a 2-goal lead now, significantly more difficult.
What a pretty way. What a pretty way to end that, to be honest. Yeah. And Dapper, he wanted to go for that. He saw Timmy. He's like, oh, I guess I'll go towards net.
Yeah.
And he was still able to get that last touch towards it. He might have been stealing that from Tyrannosaurus Timmy, but either way.
Just take it away. Timmy will let that one go through. Is this just going to go in? Yeah, I think this goes in. But boom, got another one. Timmy gets his goal.
Ice shattering across the field.
Icy fire.
But again, situations like this, you chalk up the loss. You know it's done. You don't beat yourself up over these goals. Doesn't matter how many you lose by. You win by 1 goal, you win by 50. Yep. You only get the single win.
Yep.
So you can't beat yourself up for it. Super Cops kept it a lot closer this time. From a 5-0 game, granted this got, I'm saying a lot closer. That probably would have been a 3-1, but it was 0-0 halfway through.
Yeah.
That's more what I mean. It took a lot longer for Renegades to ramp up. The Super Cops were able to keep it really, really close. So I think they've got an opportunity, but now it seems like Renegades are ramping up, and now they have to worry about not only figuring out their own gameplay, but worrying about Renegades who feel a lot more confident.
Yeah, they were within 1 goal of tying it up the entire game up until about 48 seconds left or so. So significantly better showing there. But now, as you said, on match point, Renegades win 1 more. They qualify for RLCS, and they drop the Super Cops down to the rival series. So if they want to make the change, they have to get that reverse sweep that we talked about at the top of the day. Didn't happen for Renegades, and now they are in the situation that we saw them in against FlyQuest. They are only 1 game away.
And I think since then, they had to play another series before this. Renegades, they got knocked down to the lowers, had to play through a series, and now they're here. So it's 2 more they had to play when they were so close to getting that reverse sweep. So it's just, again, like getting your head out of that hole that you probably dumped it in when you got pissed that you lost. It's like in a little bit of a ditch. You had to pull it out and feel a bit better. And I'm impressed that they're able to keep composure. I'm really glad to see Moses. He's on top of the leaderboard again. Shots and saves all in his favor, getting a lot of goals. He seems to not be too bent out of shape about that last save.
Yeah.
Which, again, it was a kickoff save. Not fun, which is why kickoff pressure is so strong, because usually 1, maybe 2 players on your opponent's side have boost. Yeah. And Moses kind of did.
Well, I think it's easy to maybe forget that we didn't see him last season, but Moses, a veteran of the first 2 RLCS seasons, went to land both season, had some fantastic showings there under Exodus and Orbit. It was a big part of the legendary reverse sweep of Mocket. Or actually, I take that back. I completely reversed that.
The legendary get reverse sweep.
Yeah, I got reverse sweep. I'm so sorry, Moses. I didn't mean to make that sound that way.
Timmy.
Moses is right there. Nope, it'll go away.
He thought Dapper had that. Dapper thought it was going to get contested. Respect of his teammates and opponents at the same time.
Dapper, Timmy moving out as a unit. Moses in the back. This one kind of goes over his head, but now he's going to dribble this one, gets it past one. It's just Prem in the back, and he'll play it over towards Gino, who puts it back into the middle towards Dapper. He'll be able to keep this offensive going as he moves it into the corner, and it goes for the contest on top of Gino. Gambit plays it straight back into the middle as well, but this time Moses has moved to the side, and he'll have to make the save as Prem was airborne and took a shot.
You can see that Super Cops is working on that counterattack. They're sending it to the middle, even if it's a bit risky. They're reminding each other, hey, every time you don't have the ball, get ready for it to get centered. We'll get the counterattacks on these guys. We can get a couple of early goals in.
Moses trying to put it through two. Dapper will send it into the corner. Gambit not making contact. This will be a very light touch from Gino. Gambit will try to back it up, but just small ball touches all down the field. Timmy to put it past one. Contest and win the 50-50 against Prem, and now it's a 1v2. Gambit in the back will keep it lofted. And Timmy will have to back up before he can take a shot, but it'll make it up high. Moses drops it, and the finish from Timmy. The 1-2-1 play, and that's Renegades with the lead.
The two-man passing play. Timmy snagging boost and turning around just before it comes off. Moses nearly slamming that onto target, but there again, the support. You always want to support a teammate, especially if you know you have somebody back. They knew Dapper was fine on the clear. The angle that was coming on net as well was going to be really hard for Super Cops to clear that straight out. It most likely would have been a hard hit off the sidewall, which would have given Dapper even more time to defend, but well played by them, and they get, again, the first goal of the game.
Renegades now with the lead in the only game they have to win to make it into the championship series. They win this one and they qualify for Season 4. Dapper over the top of Gino. Gambit got demolished, and they'll be able to move it into the box, but he comes from the respawn over in the corner and blocks it away. And we'll keep it at a 1-goal game. Gets demoed again, the poor guy. It's 2 times in a row now. Moses over the top. It'll have to be Gambit in the back once more. This time Timmy plays it over to the side, and Dapper will look for Moses. He'll put it off the back wall, but Gino had time to rotate into net and get that ball away. 2:54 left to go, and it's Renegades with the 1-goal lead.
At this point, Timmy, last man on defense, just buys time for his team, and he does. Enough for a mistake, but can his team get there to save this? No!
Prem puts it through. Gambit gets quite just the most unlikely of passes here, and they're able to find a way through the defense and tie it up.
Right off the side post, and I like the shot from Prem. Doesn't matter where he puts it as long as no one knows where it's going. There was somebody in net, but he was only facing one direction. He puts it behind him, slower and to the side. The reaction time is almost impossible from that goalie, and it is now tied up. They have a chance to stay alive in the series and potentially make it to the RLCS.
Approaching halftime here, tied up at 1 apiece. Dapper to Timmy. The shot to net. The clean 1-2 play of a duo that's been playing at the top level for 2 seasons now.
And you can see Gino and Prem both kind of towards that side. They wanted it to come off the backboard. Gambit was ready to go off the backboard if he needs it. But these teams are getting better and better about just keeping it away from that. Keep it closer to yourselves, farther away from your opponents, and plus off the backboard, with almost no boost, you get almost free clear just because of the way the physics works. So it's making it harder for them to clear it and better shot opportunities for your own team.
Trying to drop that one down. Dapper now. Want to play this one through open net. If Timmy can just carry this one all the way, just keep it away. Dapper goes up to try and help. I'm not sure if he really helped out that much, but Moses with a soft touch will keep it in the box, and Timmy is unable to get that one around. Gino now with the dribble around the edge. Timmy contests, lofts it high. Gambit in to try and take a shot, and Timmy will put it back to the side. 2 minutes left here in game number 3. The first 2 going to Renegades. The Cops have to find a way to win here. They will not be in the RLCS. Got to win 3 straight. Got to get the reverse sweep here over Renegades if they want to do it. 40 now. Gino to follow this one through. Timmy drops it back down. Dapper and Moses a double commit on defense, and open net right now for Renegades. But Moses now will look to follow this one off. Low on boost, it looks like. Unable to carry it as he would hope. And this one goes straight over the top of Dapper. It's Gambit versus Timmy in the midfield, and he'll tackle him straight away. Send it back into the corner. Prem off the wall, gets red, and Timmy will drop it back down. Moses in to put the pressure on. And Timmy across the field towards Dapper. Back in. Where's Moses? He's in the back. He's got an open net in front of him, but he lofts it instead of taking the shot directly. Probably didn't realize there was a double commit there. That could have been an even larger lead here. Final minute, the 1-goal lead for Renegades. They hold on to this. They make it to the championship series. Timmy fakes out two, and Moses in to take the shot. It'll go through. The 2-goal lead for Renegades.
That is what separates these two teams. This decision-making from Timmy, forcing Gambit out, forcing Prem out, and Dapper putting pressure behind Prem, knowing that he was potentially going to get the demo, so Prem had to do something. Either you get blown up or you at least try and contest it. Fantastically played, and the follow-up from Moses there to support his teammates. Incredible from Renegades.
It's like Timmy's presenting a puzzle to Prem, like, hey, what do you want to do with this puzzle? That's really, really hard. And Dapper's like leaning over his shoulder like, you can't do it, man. You don't know what's going to happen. Just breathing down his neck, making it so much more difficult to make the right decision. And then Moses drops the
puzzle on the ground.
Yeah, and then Moses is like, cool, I win, GG. Sends that one through. 2-goal lead now for Renegades. They just got to hold on. The Golden Boys of Season 3 and the upstart rookies of Season 2 that didn't quite make it, going up against these kings of the old school and showing them what it's like in Rocket League these days right now. 13 seconds remaining, down by 2. Renegades, with every second that ticks by, it looks more and more likely, and it will happen. They will qualify for RLCS once again. Can this be their year to finish it off? Only time will tell. They'll be in the RLCS.
And just as big congratulations to Super Cops. They will now qualify into the RLRS, which we definitely cannot forget. That is your only way into the RLCS next season. So they have a whole season in the Rival League, or in the Rival Series, to prove themselves, to really work together as a team to figure out what it takes, and hopefully knock down one of the lower teams in RLCS come Season 5.
Yeah, brilliant performance here from Renegades as they were able to finish this one off in 3 games cleanly here after going 5 games against FlyQuest, a team that they will have to play again now that they are both in the championship series. I'm excited to see them go up against each other, but a great performance here as they finish it off.
Renegades, I mean, you can see it. They're strong as ever. Dapper showing off his 1v1 skills when he can. Timmy.
Timmy was my favorite player of the day so far.
He was a dark horse on my dream team for a reason. All right, I think Timmy's incredible. I think he's a great. I think he's great.
Dark horses on dream teams, folks. Still a thing in 2017. It's been great. We got one more match for you today, but before we get into that, we're gonna send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Wavepunk and Finable Carpet. Renegades, an amazing team, getting the 3-0 there over Premature Superhero Cops. So I just got to look down to make sure I get that name right. But what a showing from them, especially after falling, having that first chance in our first match of the day. But as Wavepunk mentioned, going all the way to 5 games against FlyQuest, falling, but able to regroup, bring it back. Renegades, your 7th team of 8 that will be in league play for North America. Huge congrats to them. We're going to take another look at that one in the form of the Mobile One High Performance Replay to see how Renegades was able to make it happen and get that spot in the league play of the RLCS.
And plus, we saw them when they played FlyQuest. They looked like a championship series team. It was just one mistake by Moses in that overtime that cost them that series. But again, here, they look like a championship series team. Once again, completely outclassing the Super Cops, as they are now named. But they're in the Rival Series, so they should be pretty happy. And it was a tough out to try and get into the championship series, but all games are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Moses totally redeemed himself in this series. You know, great performance coming from him. And from the rest of that Renegade squad, they've really shown these guys belong in the championship series. And I think that coming up against probably what was the hardest qualification match for the Rival Series, Superhero Cops, I think that they look like the best Rival Series team that we've seen qualify today. And I mean, who knows, we still have one more match left to go, but I think that both these two teams have something to be proud about today.
Yeah, plus it's just exciting to see Gambit back in action, see Gino Cop back in action. It's good to see these guys coming back from Season 1 when they were like known as one of the best. To come back, they've had a couple seasons off where they didn't play that well or just took breaks. So it's fun to see these guys come back. They're in that 2nd-tier league right now, like in the Rival Series, but they're just a few wins away from challenging for a championship series spot once again.
Yeah, really exciting matches all day long, and it's a testament just to how good all these teams are that are qualifying for the Rocket League Championship Series. And to backpedal again to that match against FlyQuest, where it went all the way to 5 games, you know, we kind of felt like that could have gone either way. And again, I've been asking this, but where does Renegades fit in this puzzle? If Wavepunk wants to bring up puzzles, we'll do it. Where does Renegades fit in this league play puzzle that we're seeing develop here for the RLCS Season 4?
They seem like exactly where FlyQuest is, like a 4 to 6, possibly could inch up to a 3, but I think they are definitely a playoff team, and we'll just see how far they can climb. We've seen it before with Selfless of last season. They started out 4-0 with Dapper and Timmy, and no one expected that. So the same thing could happen again here.
Yeah, I don't think that Renegades is going to be a team that we're going to see fighting for relegation. I just can't see that happening between Dapper and Timmy and Mo. It's just too much overall quality on this roster to see that, and I think they proved that. I think I have to agree with Gibbs. We could actually potentially see some crazy run high up into the group. Otherwise, I would expect middle of the pack, 4 to 6.
Yeah, definitely a team that's very well capable, very strong team in Renegades. There's so many weapons among their roster. So looking forward to see them play in league play. But for us, we have one more match. Have you been here the whole time? I'm gonna look in the Twitch chat. Have you been here the whole time? I know if you're telling the truth or not, but it's been a long and amazing day. And thank you for being here with us the entire day. And hope you tune in tomorrow as well. Same place, we start at 9 a.m. Pacific. But one more match today. We have Fabian going up against Emotion, and this is a similar match that we saw, similar implications to the match we just saw. The winner of this next match is in RLCS League play. The loser will be in the rival series. So that's the last match to go. We're gonna take a short break. I see you guys saying you're here the whole time. You guys are awesome. Thanks for sticking around with us. Again, one more match. It is Fabian versus Emotion. Last best of 5 of the evening. Stay tuned.